March 19, 2003. Along the Kuwaiti border, hundreds of thousands of coalition troops stood poised. After weeks of tense waiting, the order was given.
Operation Iraqi Freedom began not with a bang, but a ground invasion of unprecedented speed and scale. Vast armored columns rumbled across the desert. The initial thrust involved over 100,000 U.S. and British ground forces. Their objective? A rapid advance deep into Iraq, bypassing major population centers. Leading the charge, the U.S. Army's V Corps and the I Marine Expeditionary Force poured into southern Iraq. The 3rd Infantry Division aimed northwest. The Marines advanced along the Euphrates River. Dust, heat, and the sheer vastness of the desert quickly became primary challenges. Visibility plummeted in sandstorms, but the advance continued. Logistics formed the backbone of this rapid push. Miles-long convoys of fuel tankers, water trucks, and supply vehicles stretched back to Kuwait. Maintaining the momentum required immense resources. Each armored brigade combat team consumed hundreds of thousands of gallons of fuel daily. The speed of the advance often outran planned supply lines, forcing tactical pauses for resupply missions. Helicopters airlifted critical parts and personnel. On March 21st, elements of the 1st Marine Division encountered initial resistance near Basra. Iraqi irregular forces mounted ambushes. The strategy was to bypass major cities like Basra, surrounding them to isolate Iraqi forces. British forces led the siege of Basra. Further west, the 3rd Infantry Division swept past Naseria. While the main force bypassed the city, elements were drawn into fierce fighting. The Battle of Naseria, beginning March 23rd, proved to be one of the most intense early engagements. Marines fought house to house. The city controlled crucial bridges over the Euphrates, vital for the continued push north. Securing them came at a heavy cost. Iraqi Fedayeen and Republican Guard units offered determined resistance. U.S. forces utilized close air support extensively. AH-64 Apache attack helicopters provided vital fire support, engaging Iraqi armor and troop concentrations ahead of ground forces. Medical evacuation teams worked tirelessly, often under fire, to transport wounded soldiers and Marines to field hospitals. Across the desert, thousands of vehicles, from M1 Abrams tanks to Humvees, pushed relentlessly. Their objective? To isolate Baghdad. By the final week of March, coalition forces had advanced hundreds of kilometers. The pace was exhausting, the environment unforgiving. Supply route Maine-Tampa, the primary logistical artery, stretched over 800 kilometers. Protecting it from ambushes was a constant concern. The sheer scale of the logistical operation dwarfed previous conflicts. Everything from bullets to bottled water had to be hauled forward. Specialized engineering units worked ahead of the main columns, clearing obstacles and building temporary bridges. In the skies, fighter jets maintained air superiority, launching precision strikes against Iraqi command and control nodes and military targets. Iraqi state television continued to broadcast defiant messages, even as coalition forces encircled key cities. The coalition's rapid advance created a profound psychological impact, both on Iraqi forces and the civilian population. By early April, the vanguard of the 3rd Infantry Division was within striking distance of Baghdad. The Euphrates River had been crossed. The final drive towards the capital would entail intense urban combat. But the initial, unprecedented desert dash had shattered Iraqi defenses.
من Kuwait border, a powerful armored fist had driven deep into the heart of Iraq in just 2 weeks.
It was a lightning campaign, defined by speed, overwhelming firepower, and a relentless logistical effort that redefined modern ground warfare.